Okay, and here I am declaring IT ALV events internal table name, right? Just copy that internal table name and click on back button. So where is the function module displaying the data, right? So here in the IT events, I'm passing the internal table name. Okay, I did not pass any data in this internal table name till now. Okay, I will pass the data. So before that one, I have just declared the internal table for the events, and I'm passing the internal table name to the function module. Okay, now I have to fill this internal table. Okay, I have to fill this internal table. Okay, now click on back button. So here perform, I'm taking one more perform, fill events, fill events IT or events IT. Okay, fill events internal table. Now save it, double click on this one. So I am declaring in the fetch data include. Click on OK button. Okay, here I have to pass work area. I mean, what is the okay? This is the internal table name, right? Now I will take work area ALV events. Okay, so how can I fill the data? So what are the fields here? Okay, what are the fields? I don't know, right? So here list underscore t underscore event is coming, right? Double click on that one. Okay, and here also they are declaring based on structure. Double click on that one. Here two fields are coming, name and form. Okay, name and form, two fields are coming. So whenever we are working on list underscore t underscore event, okay, here this is the internal table, right? Here they are maintaining two fields. Okay, name and form. Okay, name means event name. Okay, event name. Event name. Form means which form will contain in the code for the event. Okay. So if you want to call any event in the ALV reports, then how can we call? So in the the function module, we have an option that is uh, IT underscore events. Okay, IT underscore events. So in this function module, we have to pass one internal table. Okay, in this function module, we have to pass one internal table into IT events. Okay, and here I have declared one event internal table. Now I am filling the event internal table. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, could you repeat it once again?
Okay.
Could you repeat it once again?
Okay.
My net has disconnected.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
So this internal table declared on what, sir? IT underscore AL.
This IT-ALV events, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is that table declared or what?
Yes. I have declared that one. First of all, we have to pass. I mean, how can we pass the events? I mean, how can we call the events in the ALV report? Okay. For example, I am using one top of this event. So how you have declared, how you have written the code for top of this event in the classical report? Just top of it you have taken, and after that one you are passing something data, right statement like that, you are passing the data, but the top of page won't work here. Okay, so if you want to display any top of page, then we have to pass that event. Okay, we have to pass that event in the internal table ITALV events, and this internal table name we have to pass to the function module. Okay, but I don't know the what is the structure for this IT events. Okay, I don't know the structure for this IT events, that's why I am opening this function module reuse ALV list display. So this is the function module reuse ALV list display, and here IT underscore events is there. Okay, IT underscore events, and here they are declaring by using slice underscore t underscore event. Okay, slice underscore t underscore event, by using this structure they are declaring this internal table. Now, the same way, I am also declaring this internal table by using same structure. Okay, here IT-ALV events. Okay, IT-ALV events type /t_ event. Just I copy and pasted this structure name here. And work area structure I don't know exactly. That's why how I am declaring. By using this internal table name, I am declaring the work area. Work area name like line of this internal table. Okay, now internal table work area I have declared, and I have passed the internal table name to the function module also. Okay, now I have to fill that. Now I have to fill the internal table. Okay, so in this internal table I am filling here. Okay, so in this internal table two fields will be there. Okay, two fields will be there, name and form. Two fields will be there. Okay, what is the meaning of name here? Name means event name. Okay, event name. And form means, so we are calling some subroutine concepts here, right? So form, end form, like that, right? So this is the form here. That form name we have to pass here. Okay, IT underscore events name. Name equal to top of page. Okay, top of page. And form. This is the form, right? Form equal to, you can give form equal to, I'm taking only top or heading. Okay, you can take any name here in the form. Okay, what is the meaning of form here? So here we are declaring some, we are calling some performs here. Okay, perform fetch data, perform fcat, perform events ID, like that. I am writing something forms here. Okay, performs I am writing here. Okay, in the same way in this internal table, okay, top of page is one event. Okay, top of page is one event. So where can we write the code for this top of page? In the heading. In the heading form. So whenever you have written like that, so we have to declare one more form here, form heading. Okay, so here whenever you pass like this, so internally in the back end, how it will come? Perform heading. Okay, so internally it will call like perform heading. So what this is the perform name here. Okay, form means is the perform name. So we have to declare that one, form and end form we have to write at the end of the program. This is the sub program, right? At the end of the sub program. Okay, and here what we have to display. Okay, what you have to display here, I will write statement, right? This is for sales information, right? Sales information. Save it, check it. Something problem is there. Okay, fine. Save it, check it, activate it. Okay, click on back button, activate the program, execute the program. How it is coming? Sales information is coming now. Okay, sales information is coming now. So what I have done here? So first of all, function module is there. Okay, reuse ALV list display. Okay, so in this function module, in the exporting tab. Okay, the exporting tab. So it is called. It is one option is there. IT events. Okay, IT events is there. So in these events internal table, I am declaring one more event here. IT ALV events. Okay, so this is my internal table in the program, local program. Okay, so I'm passing IT event something internal table I'm passing to the function module, and before that one I have declared this internal table data IT ALV events type list underscore t underscore events. Okay, I'm declaring the internal table for the events list it underscore alv underscore events type list underscore t underscore events. Okay, and after that one I am passing. Okay, so in this internal table I am passing it alv events name equal to something top of page I am passing. Okay, top of page, and here it alv events hyphen form also is available. Okay, so we mean top of page is coming, that is okay, fine. So that event which form will handle, okay, which form will handle this top of page event. Here form name I am giving like heading. Okay, heading, whenever you pass like this heading to this form name, then in the back end it will call like perform heading. Okay, for example here I am taking something top. Okay, top I am taking, and here also in the back end it will call like top. Okay, perform top. So whenever we are writing perform name, then we have to declare that one form inform also we have to write. That is mandatory thing, right? So for that's why only at the end of the program, actually here I am taking heading, right? I will replace this one to heading. Heading. At the end of the program, I am declaring form. What is the form name? Heading. Okay. Form name I am taking. In between of this form and end form, I am displaying the data write statement. Right. This is the sales information, right? So sales information I am taking like this. Okay. So this is the way to work on the events. At any event in the ALV reports, we have to work like this only. And some more options also available. I will discuss it later. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, some shortcuts also are available. We will discuss it later. So first of all, declare the events internal table and fill the event internal table. Okay, fill the event internal table means how many events you want to apply in this form. Okay, top of page, end of page, top of list, end of list, or user command, or set PF status. So whatever it is. Okay, so these all the events if you want to apply, then this is the way we have to declare one internal table, and in that internal table we have to pass the event names. Okay, event names as well as a form also, which form will handle that event, that form name also we have to pass. And after that one we have to pass that internal table name to the function module. Okay, we have to pass that internal table name to the function module. At the end of the program we have to declare the forms also, form inform also we have to declare. Okay, so this is the way for the events calling in the ALV reports. Fine. And now this is the list display. Okay, this is the list display. That is why I am taking in the form and end form I am taking write statement. Okay, write statement. And if you go for grid display, okay, I will take here grid display. In place of list I am passing grid. Now save it, check it. Did you? Okay, fine. Activate it. Okay, now I am trying to execute this one. Okay, I am clicking something value I am passing, and I will go to the debugging /h, click on execute button. So this is not our screen. Click on, where is it? Okay, so this is not our program. Okay, something backend program is there. Okay, now I have to skip. See, the program name is this one. Okay, RADH something is coming here. Okay, I have to skip this program. Okay, I want to go to my program. So click on F7 button. So the cursor came to our main program now. Now click on F5 button. Okay, fetch data is okay, fine. I'm clicking F6 button. Okay, fill FCAT. I'm clicking on F5 button. So the cursor came inside of the function module. Sorry, the cursor came inside of the subroutine. Okay, now I want to come outside of the subroutine. Then what I have to do? I have to execute all these subprogram at a time. Then what I have to do? Anyone?
F6.
Sorry, F6, right?
Yes, sir.
F7.
Okay, I'm clicking on F6 first of all. So what is happening here? It is going to the next line only, but I don't want to execute line by line here. I want to execute total subprogram at a time, and I want to go outside of this subroutine. So click on F7. So we have to know about these things: F5, F6, F7, F8. Okay, so the debugging, these are the main things here. Okay, these are the main things. See, you have to practice more and more the debugging. Okay, so after this reports concepts, module pull concepts will come. Module pull program will come. So this is also one type of program only. Okay, so how it will work like? So we are executing some VA03, I mean sales document number, like that we are executing the transactions, right? So how they are designing, okay, how they are designing these all things, whatever. See, from starting level onwards, okay, you are giving something user ID and password, right? So from that screen onwards, you are giving something user ID and password and click and enter button, it will open the screen, right? So something screen is opening, okay, that screen is developed through module build program only. You are executing SA38 transaction, right? So something program name is coming, that is also developed in the back end. It is developed through module pool programming only. You are executing SE11 transaction. Okay, so something table is coming here. That is also developed through one module pool programming only. Okay, each and everything. Okay, whatever you are seeing in the SAP screen. So each and every screen developed through module pool programming only. That is very, very important. If you know the module pool concept, then you can do anything in a web. Okay, so if you want to understand module pool programming, then you have to know about debugging. Without debugging, you cannot understand module pool programming. When we have to click on F5, when we have to click on F6, F7, F8, okay, and how to clear the data, and how can I execute the re-execute the code? Okay, how can I re-execute the code, and how can I skip the code? So these are things you have to get to know. Otherwise, you cannot understand the debugging. So it will take some time to go to module pool programming. So in this time, you have to. Sorry, somebody is asking question. I think your voice is breaking here. I'm not able to hear you properly. Okay, so you have to work more and more on debugging. Okay, fine. Now the cursor is at 30 line of the sub. I mean, this is the sub program. Okay, subroutine program. Farm is coming, but I want to go outside of the farm by executing this all code which is available in this farm. Okay, now I'm clicking on F7 button. Okay, F7. So the cursor came to the outside of the subroutine. Okay, now I'm clicking on F5 button to fill the internal table. Okay, so IT ALV events. Okay, this is one internal table. If you double click on this one, two fields are coming: name and farm. This is the top of page. This is the event name and the heading. Heading is the farm name. Okay, so this farm will handle the event. Okay, this farm will handle this event. Now I'm clicking on back button. Now click on F5 button. Okay, and after that one, so it will go to display data. Okay, it will go to display data, and here reuse ALV grid display is coming. Okay, I'm executing the data. Let us check here. Okay, in the internal table, in the ALV IT ALV events, I am passing one event, top up is event, and I am declaring the event. I am declaring the form also, farm name and end form I am taking here, and right also I am taking here, and I am clicking on execute button. What is happening? Nothing is coming here. Okay, nothing is coming, and something block came here. Okay, something block came here. So if you write like this, okay, if you write like this, it won't display. Okay, so write statement is there. Okay, we are using write statement. Okay, here write statement I'm using here, not this one, right? Mhm. So here form name I have taken, and here write I am writing here. Okay, but list display that will support. Okay, list display will support the write statement, but greedy display it won't support the write statement. Okay, greedy display it won't support the write statement. So I'm removing this one. Okay, in place of write statement, okay, we have to use one function module. We have to use one function module, and here I'm using a function module. Okay, reuse ALV commentary write. Okay, reuse ALV commentary write. This is a function module. Okay, by using this function module, we can display the data through grid display. Okay, so grid display is the main function module to display the data, right? So I am planning to display something heading also. Okay, I am planning to display something heading also. So in the list display, okay, so I am using something list display function module. So here I am passing some internal table. In that internal table, I have passed the event name top of page and the form heading I have taken. Okay, in the form and in form of heading, I'm writing the statement like write sales information, but write statement will work in the list display. Okay, same thing I'm taking the greedy display also, but greedy display it won't support the write statement. Okay, greedy display won't support the write statement. So if you want to display something heading in the greedy display, then we have to use one function module. We use ALV commentary write. Okay, reuse ALV commentary write. So I am just calling the function module, and it is asking the something IT list commentary. Okay, IT list commentary it is asking here. So I don't know what is the field here. I mean, this is the internal table here. Okay, and this is the mandatory thing also. Okay, because it is coming in the black letters. Okay, so this is a mandatory field also. Now what I will do, I will copy this function module. Okay, I will copy this function module. So in the SC37, I will open that one. Okay, in SC37, I will open this one. So in the importing tab, so IT list commentary is there. Okay, IT list commentary is there. So they are declaring by using something structure here. Just copy this one, list underscore T underscore list header. Okay, now, so this is a function module, right? And here only I will declare that one. Data IT underscore list type this one. Okay, so I don't know what is the structure for this one, for this IT list commentary. Okay, so what I'm doing, so I have opened this function module in SC37 transaction, and I've opened in the importing tab. Okay, and here they are declaring this internal table by using a structure list underscore T underscore list header. Okay, so by using the same structure, I'm declaring the internal table in our program. Okay, I'm taking the internal table name as IT list. Okay, so if you want to fill something data in the internal table means that is through work area only. That is why I am declaring one work area for that one. Okay, and here I will pass the internal table name IT underscore list. Okay, IT underscore list I am passing here. And now how can I fill this one? Okay, how can I fill this one? I don't know exactly which fields will available in this internal table. Right now, just open that one. Just double click on the structure list underscore T underscore list header. Okay, and double click on this one, and here type key information is coming. Okay, type key information is coming. I can use 2 fields only. Okay, 3 fields are there: type, key, and information info. Okay, so I will fill the data. Okay, I will fill the data work area list hyphen type equal to, and work area list hyphen info equal to. Okay, and key I am not using. Key, it will come in a different scenario. Okay, now I'm not using that one. Okay, so in this structure 3 fields are there: type, key, and info, and I'm not using key as of now. Okay, and I'm using type and info. So what is the meaning of this one, type and info here? Okay, so type means, 1 minute. Okay, in the type they are giving some comments here. HSA. Okay, HSA, they are giving something comments here. H means header, S means selection, A for action. Okay, so in this type, okay, character 1 is there. Okay, in this type character 1 is there, means we have to pass H or S or A. Only one letter we have to pass. Okay, H, A, S. In these 3 letters you have to pass only one letter. Okay, now I will remove this one. Here I am passing H. Okay, let us check what will happen if I pass H. Okay, and info means, so which information you are passing. Okay, which information you want to display here, that information we have to pass here. Information is sales information. Okay, sales information. And after that one, append statement. Append work area list to IT list. Clear work area list. Save it, check it. TYP only. Save it, check it, activate it. Okay, so I'm appending something data to IT list, and this IT list I'm passing to the reuse every comment edit function module. Okay, now activate it and execute it. I'm giving something number here. Okay, here sales information is coming. Okay, sales information is coming, and here you can see as usually data in the box, it is coming like this. Okay, now I have taken here H, right? So I am taking the screenshot for this one. Okay, this is I have given here type equal to H. Okay, type equal to H I have given, so heading is coming like this, right? Now I will go for okay, here type equal to H is there, right? I will pass A here. Okay, so you can pass only 3 letters. Okay, H or A or S. Okay, so in these 3 letters you can pass anything, only 3 letters you can pass here. Okay, now I am activating it and executing this one. So how it is coming? The letters are coming a little bit small here. Okay, and here type is A. Okay, type equal to A, and one more is there, right? S. right? Activate it and execute it. Execute it. Okay, and here type equal to something S. Okay, here I have taken H. H means the letters are coming very big here. Okay, heading, and A for action. It is coming like something. Like italic. The letters are coming little bit italic. Means slightly the letters bend here. Okay, and these are the normal letters only, and these are S. Okay, so this is the difference. H A S is there. Okay, you can use anything here. H A S, you can use anything. Okay, and particularly some size, if you want particular some size, that is not possible here, that is possible through OOPS ALV only. Here this is the ALV. Okay, so how they have developed the programs here. First they have introduced classical. Okay, classical reports, I mean they have introduced some events like top of page, end of page, start of selection, end of selection, like that. And they have introduced interactive. Okay, interactive means whenever we are double clicking on any record, so it will go to next screen like that. So they have developed like this, and they have developed ALV. Okay, ALV. So in this one they have applied, they have introduced some concepts like something a graphical way. Okay, something colors or tables and something editing. So these are things they have applied here. Okay, I mean something limited events are there. And if you come to OOPS ALV, okay, so this is a full-fledged reporting concept. Okay, so we can achieve anything through OOPS ALV only. Okay, so here I am not able to provide something size for the letters. Okay, so by default we have to take HAS. These three things only possible here. Now ALV reports, by using OOPS ALV reports, not like that. You can give how much size you want for the top of this event. Okay, that length also you can apply by using OOPS ALV. Okay, so this is the events concept. Some more events are there, I will discuss about that one. This is the top of its event. Okay, so what I have done here, and here way here it's available, right? Okay, fine. And here I want to upload something logo here. Okay, so something data is coming, sales information, something data is coming like this. Okay, something data is coming like this. So here I want to display some logo also. Okay, so if you apply list display, okay, if you apply list display, then logos are not possible there. Okay, logos are not possible, and only how can we call, only data. Okay, only data is possible through list display. Okay, so in the grid display, data you can display as well as logos also you can display. Okay, so and here I will take H. Okay, and the same thing. Okay, so here I am displaying some more thing here. So this logo I will discuss tomorrow because the time is 4 minutes only. The call will disconnect in 4 minutes only, so I cannot explain about logo. So one more transaction is there, OAE transaction is there. So by using that transaction we have to upload logo, and that name we have to use here. So it will take some time, so I'm not able to complete this one today. Tomorrow I will discuss about this logo. Okay, so here something data is coming in the top of page, right? Top of page event, I am something data here, I'm displaying something data here. So sales information is coming. So below that one, I want to display. Okay. So current date. Okay. Current date also I want to display here. I mean, created on or displaying on, generated on something. I want to give something description, and I want to display that date also. Okay. Now what I am doing? So I am appending the data to the ID list, and after that one, I am taking one more. This is the internal table, right? You can pass 2, 3 also, no problem. Okay, and here I am passing S, and here in place of info, okay, in place of info, I have to take something date. I have to take something date. SY-DATUM. This is the current system date. So what is the date for today? 25 August 2020, right? So that date will come into SY-DATUM automatically. System is providing, SAP is providing this variable. But my requirement is generated on. Okay, this report is generated on or created on. I want, generated on, the date should come here. Okay, so in this case, what I have to do? Okay, LV. So first of all, so what is the data type and length for this info? Let me check that one. So info type this underscore entry. Okay, character 60 is there, no problem. Okay, here I am taking one message, LV underscore message of 60 type C. Okay, I am declaring one local variable LV underscore MSG of 60 type C. Okay, so here what I am doing, here concatenate. Okay, I am using one concept here, concatenate. Okay, what is the meaning of this one? Okay, concatenate means I want to add 2, 3 fields into one single field. Okay, for example, I want to concatenate something text here, generated on. Okay, generated on and SY-DATUM. Okay, into one variable that is LV underscore MSG. Okay, and separated by space. So what I'm doing here, I'm concatenating. Okay, I'm concatenating. I'm hard coding. This is the hard coding generated on. Okay, generated on is the hard coding on SY-DATUM. This is the current date. Okay, current date. These two things I'm concatenating, and I'm passing the value generated on 25/8/2020. Okay, so these things I'm concatenating into one variable that is LV underscore MSG. Okay, that LV underscore MSG I'm passing here. Okay, LV underscore MSG I am passing to the internal table of IT list info. Okay, now activate this one, execute this one. See it generated on 2020/8/25. Okay, so the date is coming like this. Okay, and tomorrow I will discuss about the same thing only. 2020/08/25, but I want to display in one format, date format. I want to display tomorrow. I will discuss about that one.